In the shadows of ancient history lies an enigma that has shaped the destiny of humanity for millennia. Imagine that everything we believe we know about power and knowledge is merely the tip of a cosmic iceberg. What if I told you there exists a common thread connecting history's most influential secret societies with a biblical figure whose name resonates with the echo of primordial power? Nimrod, a name that evokes images of a mighty hunter, a king of antiquity. But what if Nimrod was much more than that? What if he was the architect of a plan so vast and ancient that it still determines the course of our civilization today? Prepare to embark on a journey that will challenge everything you think you know about the origins of world power. A journey that will take us from the plains of Shinar to the corridors of contemporary power, unraveling age-old secrets. The Tower of Babel, a symbol of human arrogance, we've been told. But what if that tower was actually the key to understanding forgotten technologies, forbidden knowledge, and cosmic connections that transcend our current comprehension? I warn you, what you're about to discover is not for the faint of heart. At the end of this exploration, you'll face a disquieting question. Are we the unwitting heirs of a hidden legacy that dates back to the dawn of civilization? We're about to delve into the depths of one of the most intriguing and controversial biblical mysteries of all time. The truth, as I always say, is hidden in plain sight. And today, together, we're going to bring it to light. To understand the magnitude of the mystery we're about to unravel, we must travel back in time, my dear truth seekers. We go back to the early chapters of Genesis, where we find the first mention of our enigmatic protagonist, Nimrod. The Bible tells us that Nimrod was the first mighty one on earth and a valiant hunter before the Lord. But these words barely scratch the surface of who this character really was and what role he played in human history. Nimrod, descendant of Ham, son of Noah, emerges in a post-diluvian world. A world where memories of the great cataclysm were still fresh in humanity's collective memory. But what if Nimrod not only inherited stories of the flood, but also knowledge and technologies that survived the catastrophe? This is where our journey becomes truly fascinating. Traditional interpretations have presented Nimrod as a mere earthly ruler. However, ancient texts and forgotten legends suggest something much deeper and more disturbing. Some occult scholars propose that Nimrod not only founded the first post-diluvian cities, but also established history's first secret society. An organization dedicated to preserving and expanding forbidden knowledge, possibly of antediluvian or even extraterrestrial origin. The construction of the Tower of Babel, traditionally viewed as an act of defiance against God, takes on new meaning in this light. What if it wasn't just a building, but an attempt to recreate advanced technology? An interdimensional portal, perhaps? These religious conspiracy theories force us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about the origins of human civilization. The biblical mysteries revealed here suggest that Nimrod's story could be the key to understanding the true origin of the occult power and knowledge that has shaped our world. But the thread of this mystery extends far beyond biblical times. If Nimrod truly founded a secret society with advanced knowledge, what happened to that legacy? Could it be that today's elites are the heirs to this forbidden knowledge, perpetuating through the centuries the quest for power initiated by Nimrod? My dear companions, in this search for truth, we are barely scratching the surface of a conspiracy spanning millennia. A conspiracy that, if proven true, would completely rewrite our understanding of history, power, and our place in the cosmos. Prepare yourselves, for we are about to dive even deeper into this labyrinth of biblical secrets and hidden truths. The journey ahead promises to be as revealing as it is disturbing. Let's now delve into the heart of this biblical mystery, my dear truth seekers. It's time to unveil the hidden secrets in the Bible that have remained in the shadows for millennia, waiting to be discovered by curious minds like ours. Let's begin with the figure of Nimrod. The Bible tells us in Genesis 10:8-10, "And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. This mighty hunter before the Lord, which is why it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord." The beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. But what does it really mean to be the first mighty one on earth? Some alternative biblical interpretations suggest that this phrase could indicate that Nimrod was the first to rediscover and use advanced technologies that existed before the flood. Imagine, if you can, an antediluvian civilization with knowledge that surpasses even our current understanding. Apocryphal texts and ancient legends speak of Nimrod as a giant, both in stature and intellect. The Book of Jasher, a non-canonical text, describes Nimrod wearing the skins of Adam and Eve, which granted him superhuman powers. Could this be a coded reference to advanced technology? Now, let's focus on the Tower of Babel. Genesis 11:4 tells us, "And they said, 'Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth.'" The traditional interpretation sees this as an act of arrogance. But what if there was more to it? Some biblical conspiracy theorists suggest that the Tower of Babel was not simply an architectural structure, but an attempt to build an interdimensional portal. This theory is based on interpretations of ancient texts and the idea that pre-Adamic civilizations might have left behind advanced technology. Consider the phrase, "whose top is in the heavens." In ancient Hebrew, the word for heaven can also mean dimension or realm. Were Nimrod and his people attempting to access other dimensions or realities? But there's more. The confusion of languages that God imposed on the builders of Babel has traditionally been seen as punishment. However, what if it was an attempt to conceal cosmic truths from humanity? Some religious conspiracy theories suggest that humanity's original language contained secret biblical codes that allowed access to forbidden knowledge. Now, let's connect the dots. If Nimrod possessed advanced knowledge, possibly of extraterrestrial origin or from pre-Adamic civilizations, and was attempting to build an interdimensional portal, what happened to that knowledge after the confusion of languages? This is where the theory of secret societies comes into play. Many occult researchers believe that Nimrod founded the first secret society to preserve and transmit this forbidden knowledge. This organization, according to the theory, would have survived through the centuries, evolving and branching into the various secret societies we know today. Think about the implications. If this theory were true, it would mean that current elites, members of the most influential secret societies, could be the direct heirs of Nimrod's knowledge. This would explain many of the conspiracies in Christian history and Old Testament enigmas that have puzzled scholars for centuries. But there are more censored biblical revelations to consider. The Book of Enoch, an apocryphal text, speaks of watchers, angelic beings who shared forbidden knowledge with humanity. Could Nimrod have been a descendant of these watchers, or perhaps someone who rediscovered their lost knowledge? Controversial biblical archaeology also provides intriguing clues. Sites like Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, dating from before the supposed flood, show levels of sophistication that challenge our understanding of ancient history. Could these sites be evidence of the advanced civilization that Nimrod was trying to recreate? My dear truth seekers, what we are unveiling here is nothing less than a complete rewrite of human history. A history where forbidden knowledge, advanced technology, and millennial conspiracies intertwine in a tapestry of power and mystery that extends from the dawn of civilization to our days. But this is just the beginning. There are still more layers of this mystery to uncover, more connections to establish. And as we delve deeper, the truth becomes increasingly astonishing and, perhaps, more disturbing. My esteemed companions in this search for truth, what we have discovered so far is just the tip of the iceberg. The revelations about Nimrod and the Tower of Babel that we have just explored open the door to an even more intriguing and disturbing labyrinth of questions. Think for a moment, if Nimrod really possessed such advanced knowledge, what was his true objective? Was the Tower of Babel simply an attempt to connect with other dimensions? Or was there a more sinister purpose behind its construction? And if today's elites are indeed the heirs to this forbidden knowledge, how have they been using it throughout history? Could major historical events, wars, revolutions, be part of a millennial plan dating back to Nimrod's time? But there's more. Was the confusion of languages that supposedly halted the construction of the Tower of Babel really a divine punishment? Or could it have been a protective measure? Protection against what or whom? These questions lead us into even darker and more controversial territories. Territories that challenge not only our understanding of history, but also our perception of reality itself. Prepare yourselves, my dear seekers, because we're about to dive even deeper into this mystery. What we're about to reveal could forever change your way of seeing the world, history, and your own place in the great tapestry of the cosmos. The truth, as I always say, is hidden in plain sight. And together, we're about to unravel secrets that have remained in the shadows for millennia. Secrets that, once revealed, can never be ignored. Before continuing with our astounding revelations, I want to pause for a moment to address you directly, my loyal community of truth seekers. Your dedication and insatiable curiosity are the fuel that drives our collective search for forbidden knowledge. Recently, many of you have been asking in the comments about the connection between ancient secret societies and current power structures. Let me tell you, your intuitions are on the right track. In the second part of this video, we'll explore precisely that connection in a way that will surprise you. If you're not yet part of our community of researchers, I invite you to join right now. Press that subscribe button and activate the notification bell. Why? Because in upcoming videos, we'll delve even deeper into the mysteries surrounding Nimrod and his legacy. We'll reveal information that has been jealously guarded for centuries. And for those who are already part of our community, I have a question for you. What theories do you have about the true purpose of the Tower of Babel? Share your ideas in the comments. Your perspectives not only enrich our discussion, but often open new lines of investigation that we explore in future videos. Remember, every subscription, every comment, every interaction brings us one step closer to the truth. Together, we're unraveling the greatest mysteries of history. Now, prepare yourselves. What comes next will challenge everything you think you know about power, history, and reality itself. Let's resume our exploration, my dear truth seekers, delving even deeper into the depths of this biblical mystery. What we're about to reveal connects the ancient secrets of Nimrod with the power structures that govern our world today. Let's remember that Nimrod was not only a mighty hunter before the Lord, but also the founder of the first post-Diluvian cities. Among them, Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. But what if these cities weren't simple settlements, but nodes of a global power network? Apocryphal texts, like the Book of Jasher, suggest that Nimrod not only ruled these cities, but possessed an object of great power, the garment of skin that God had made for Adam and Eve. According to these legends, this garment granted its wearer supernatural knowledge and power. Could this be a coded reference to advanced technology of pre-Adamic or even extraterrestrial origin? Now let's consider the Tower of Babel from a new perspective. Biblical texts say its top was to reach heaven, but in the original Hebrew, the word shamayim used for heaven can also mean the heights or the upper realm. What if the tower wasn't simply a physical structure, but a device for accessing other dimensions or channeling cosmic energies? Some alternative biblical interpretations suggest that the confusion of languages wasn't a punishment, but a protective measure. Protection against what? Perhaps against the misuse of knowledge so advanced that it could endanger the very existence of humanity. But if this knowledge was so dangerous, why wasn't it simply destroyed? This is where the theory of secret societies comes into play. Numerous occult researchers propose that Nimrod, aware of the danger this knowledge posed if it fell into the wrong hands, founded the first secret society in history to preserve it and transmit it only to initiates. This primordial secret society would have survived through the centuries, branching out and evolving into the various esoteric organizations we know today. the Knights Templar, the Rosicrucians, the Illuminati, Freemasonry. All these societies could be direct descendants of Nimrod's original organization. But what evidence do we have of this continuity? This is where hidden biblical symbolism plays a crucial role. Symbols such as the all-seeing eye, the unfinished pyramid, even the structure of the Tower of Babel itself, are repeated throughout history in monuments, works of art, and curiously, in the symbols of many powerful organizations today. Controversial biblical archaeology also provides intriguing clues. Sites like Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, over 10,000 years old, show a level of architectural and astronomical sophistication that challenges our understanding of ancient history. Could these sites be vestiges of the advanced civilization that Nimrod was trying to emulate or reconstruct? But the implications of this theory go far beyond mere historical curiosity. If today's elites are truly the heirs to Nimrod's knowledge, how have they been using this power throughout history? Could major historical events, wars, revolutions, technological advances be part of a millennial plan dating back to the times of Babel? Consider, for example, the rapid technological evolution of recent decades. Is it simply the result of natural progress, or could it be the gradual release of ancient knowledge, carefully dosed to shape society according to some hidden plan? Even recent advances in quantum physics and the exploration of parallel dimensions could be seen in a new light. Are we rediscovering the knowledge that Nimrod and his followers possessed millennia ago? Is the current search for a theory of everything in physics a modern echo of Nimrod's efforts to access the secrets of the universe? And what about the controversial biblical prophecies that speak of a unified world government in the end times? Could this be the ultimate goal of the plan initiated by Nimrod? A global-scale recreation of what he tried to achieve in Babel? My dear truth seekers, what we are unveiling here is nothing less than a complete rewrite of human history. A history where forbidden knowledge, advanced technology, and millennial conspiracies intertwine in a tapestry of power and mystery that extends from the dawn of civilization to our days. But even this is just the surface. There are even deeper layers of this mystery to explore, layers that lead us to question not only our history, but the very nature of our reality and our place in the cosmos. The truth, as I always say, is hidden in plain sight, and together we are unearthing secrets that have remained in the shadows for millennia, secrets that, once revealed, have the power to change our understanding of the world and ourselves forever. My esteemed companions in this search for truth, we have reached a point in our exploration where we must elevate our perspective. The revelations we have unraveled about Nimrod, the Tower of Babel, and secret societies compel us to contemplate deeper questions about the nature of reality, the purpose of human existence, and our place in the great cosmic tapestry. Let's consider for a moment the philosophical implications of what we've discovered. If Nimrod truly possessed advanced knowledge, possibly of pre-Adamic or extraterrestrial origin, what does this tell us about the nature of knowledge itself? Is knowledge a neutral force, or is there a type of wisdom that is inherently dangerous for humanity? The confusion of languages at Babel, viewed through this prism, takes on transcendental meaning. Was it really an act of divine limitation? Or could it be interpreted as a measure of cosmic protection? Perhaps the universe itself has built-in mechanisms to prevent a species from acquiring too much power too quickly. This idea leads us to question the very nature of human progress. Is our current technological advancement a gradual rediscovery of ancient knowledge, carefully dosed by those who inherited Nimrod's legacy? And if so, what is the ultimate purpose of this millennial plan? Some might argue that we are witnessing the culmination of a great cosmic cycle. Biblical prophecies speak of a time when knowledge will increase and distances will shorten. Isn't this precisely what we are experiencing in our digital age? But let's go even further. Nimrod's quest to reach heaven through the Tower of Babel could be seen as a metaphor for humanity's eternal search for transcendence. In every era, humanity has sought ways to overcome its limitations, to touch the divine. Today, that search manifests in our efforts to understand quantum mechanics, explore deep space, and develop artificial intelligence. What if all these pursuits were different manifestations of a primordial impulse inscribed in our cosmic DNA? An impulse that constantly pushes us towards forbidden knowledge, towards the limits of what is possible and beyond. The story of Nimrod and Babel, viewed in this light, becomes a powerful archetypal myth that reflects the human condition itself. We are beings trapped between earth and sky, constantly yearning to ascend, to transcend our limitations, despite the dangers this may entail. But this quest for transcendence also raises profound ethical questions. If there really is knowledge as powerful as what Nimrod supposedly possessed, should it be in the hands of a chosen few? Or does humanity have a collective right to this knowledge, regardless of the consequences? These questions bring us back to the present, to the power structures that govern our world. If today's elites are indeed the guardians of this ancient knowledge, are they acting in humanity's best interest by keeping it hidden? Or are we being deprived of our cosmic birthright? My dear truth seekers, what we are contemplating here goes beyond simple conspiracy theories. We are touching on the very foundations of our existence, questioning the nature of reality and our role in the great cosmic drama. The story of Nimrod and the Tower of Babel, with all its ramifications and hidden connections, invites us to look beyond the apparent, to question what we take for granted, and to seek a deeper understanding of our place in the universe. Perhaps in the end, Nimrod's true legacy is not the forbidden knowledge itself, but the eternal human yearning to reach the stars, to touch the divine, to transcend our earthly limitations. And maybe, in that eternal quest, lies the true essence of what it means to be human. My dear companions on this odyssey of discovery, we have traveled together on a fascinating and disturbing path, from the ancient plains of Shinar to the corridors of contemporary power. We have unraveled secrets that have remained hidden for millennia. But now it's time for us to ask, how does all this affect our personal lives? First, we must recognize that the knowledge we have acquired carries great responsibility. Just as Nimrod found himself in possession of potentially dangerous secrets, we are now guardians of a perspective that challenges the conventional narrative of history and power. Ask yourselves, how does this information change your worldview? Do the power structures you once took for granted now seem more complex, older, more intertwined with forces we are only beginning to understand? Perhaps, like the builders of Babel, you feel the urge to reach for the heavens, to seek knowledge and experiences that transcend the ordinary. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. The pursuit of truth and knowledge must always be balanced with wisdom and ethics. Consider how you can apply this new understanding in your daily life. Can you now see the hidden threads that connect seemingly disparate events? Do you recognize symbols and patterns that previously went unnoticed? But beyond mere observation, I urge you to ask yourselves, what is your role in this great cosmic tapestry? If today's elites are heirs to Nimrod's knowledge, what responsibility do we, the truth seekers, have in balancing the scales? Perhaps your calling is to become guardians of knowledge, preserving and transmitting these truths to future generations. Or maybe you feel driven to challenge existing power structures, to seek ways to democratize knowledge that has long remained hidden. Whatever path you choose, always remember that true power lies not in knowledge itself, but in how we choose to use it. Nimrod's story teaches us that knowledge without wisdom can lead to ruin. So I invite you to reflect deeply on what we have discovered. Meditate on it. Let these revelations penetrate your being and transform your perception of the world and of yourselves. Above all, always keep alive that spark of curiosity, that yearning for truth that has brought you here. Because in that eternal impulse to seek, to question, to transcend, lies the true essence of what it means to be human. Remember, my dear truth seekers, the journey has only just begun. The story of Nimrod and the Tower of Babel is just one piece of the great cosmic puzzle. Together, We will continue to unravel the mysteries of the universe, one secret at a time. My esteemed companions in this search for truth, we have reached the end of this revealing journey, but remember, this is not an end, but a new beginning. The revelations about Nimrod, the Tower of Babel, and the secret societies we've explored today are just the tip of the iceberg. The knowledge you now possess is powerful, but it's also a responsibility. I urge you not to stop here. Continue investigating, questioning, seeking the hidden truth behind official history. For those who are ready to delve even deeper into these mysteries, I invite you to join our community of truth seekers. Subscribe to this channel and activate notifications. In our upcoming videos, we'll unravel more censored biblical secrets and explore the hidden connections between the ancient past and our present. Share your thoughts and theories in the comments. Your unique perspective could be the key to deciphering the next great mystery. Remember, truth is revealed through dialogue and the exchange of ideas. And for those who feel the call to go further, consider supporting our mission. Every contribution helps us dedicate more time and resources to these crucial investigations. The truth is out there, hidden in plain sight. And together, guided by curiosity and the courage to question the established, we will continue to illuminate the shadows of history. Until our next encounter, keep your eyes open and your mind awake. Because in this vast tapestry of conspiracy and mystery, each of you has a crucial role to play.